Hello, guys. Thank you very much for joining in. Hi, this is Ganesh Naik. I help finance professionals and students to excel in their career and become a better version of themselves. And I also help students preparing for CFA and FRM exam to clear their exam in the first step. Now, I'm back with one of my students' video, okay, an interview video where he's going to be talking about his journey of clearing the exam in May 2022 in his first attempt. But his story is very unique, okay, a lot of setbacks, lot of ups and downs, and then he's been able to clear the exam. So we're going to be talking about his journey, his experience, and how he kept himself motivated through the entire preparation journey. So with this, we'll start the conversation. And first of all, Prashant, thank you very much for joining in and taking out time so early in the morning. I really appreciate that. And thank you very much for coming to the show. Uh, we we will be talking about your journey. So first thing, when you decided to go for FRM, okay, what month it was, and what what was your experience back then? What was your last education qualification?
Sir, I'm a bachelor in management studies. I did it from Mumbai, SK Somaya College. After that, I joined a public sector bank in 2015. And about the coming to this FRM, it was I cleared my JIB and CIB. So when I cleared CIB, that is where I realized the risk management subject. It was like I had my interest in this subject. So after that, I realized like I should go for this FRM preparation, and I started preparation in November 2020. I started to prepare for.
You started in November 2020. Okay. Now, what was your location back then? Where were you located?
In Shimoga, Karnataka.
Shimoga. Now, this is not a metro. This is a tier 2 city. So what problems you faced in terms of where the people around you doing this similar thing? What challenge you faced is with respect to that part?
So no, sir. None of my colleagues around me are like preparing for this. Only thing was like I had a zeal for towards knowledge and towards studies. Even when I was in Mumbai in 2015, since then, as soon as I joined a PSU bank, I had that I have to excel in some or the other way. I have to do something. I have to keep learning about banking knowledge. So in Shimoga, as such, colleagues like they are not anyone into this like risk management or as such. All are like we have our own internal promotions and also people are into that, like how to excel in that way. But I had zeal towards risk management, so no such help in this.
Now you prepared for the May 2022 exam. Sorry, May 2021 exam. May 2021 exam for the first time. How was your preparation? What happened?
So preparation was very good, but like after enrolling, after registration for FRM with GARP, a lot of setbacks happened in my life. So because of which, like my father's health went down. He was like multiple times I had to admit him, major surgeries and all. So my preparation was impacted a lot because of that. But still, I managed to have 2 revisions of all the videos, all your videos, all the books, question banks, 2 revisions. But only thing was I was not confident enough that my preparation is not up to the mark. So the second wave of COVID also hit. So traveling from Shimoga to Bangalore, it's almost 6 to 7 hours journey, and we have to travel in public service transport. So I wanted to avoid that because already my father was going all through this, and Bangalore and Shimoga were hit heavy with COVID. So I thought let's take a deferral, and I applied for it, and they allowed me a deferral considering the COVID situation.
So you started the preparation with us in the November 2020 for the May 2021 exam, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And then when you got the deferral to the next exam, which is November 2021 exam, what happened in that preparation and why you were not able to give the exam?
Sir, I started preparing for the next November 2021 this thing. But I was a little bit, not little bit, more of relaxed. So I will take more of time. But that hit back me hard because as soon as COVID to government started announcing all these relief funds and for support package for loan borrowers like we have. So a lot of work started, like we had to give extra time at our workplace in my bank, and I got very less time to prepare for this. But somehow I again did all my preparation, again 2 revisions, 2 question banks. But I thought, okay, that is like I can, I was happy enough, not that great. But what happened was my center was cancelled by GARP from backend, which I couldn't realize it in the initial stage, or else I would have replied them. But only one day before I realized, oh, my exam center is cancelled, and at that night I couldn't do anything other than take a deferred. I just raised an issue with GARP, and they told that they'll look into it, and I couldn't appear for that exam. Later they came up and they told it is a mistake from their end, so they allowed me a deferral for May 2020.
Okay, now like you said, you got slightly lazy for your preparation for the November 2021 exam, but when did you start again properly preparing for November exam?
November 2021. Like I took almost a gap of one and a half month gap, sir. And after that, while restarting, I felt I'm restarting it from zero. Like I had to go through again, because I have a habit of writing and making my notes. So like going through my previous notes was easy, but I wanted to memorize it again. So I started writing it again. I have a lot of notes which I have prepared, like almost some 10-12 books I have of 200 pages. Like I have prepared those notes, because I really I do not have that memorizing skill, but I like understanding the concepts, and I prefer writing a lot, sir.
Okay, so primarily you faced a lot of struggle to restart the entire thing.
Yes, sir.
Because you're already covered full-fledged, and now you have forgotten most of the stuff.
Formulas and all, it will be very difficult. Then the small like exceptions or the assumptions which we take in the theories. So that again, it will be a lot of things will be repeating in all the theories, right, sir? So it was very difficult to restart.
Now there's just one point over here for the audience. If you get an opportunity to give the exam, give it properly in the first attempt itself. Because if you go ahead, you might not be able to do, because a lot of people think that I will defer and I'll prepare better, but it doesn't happen.
Yes, sir.
Because
True,
by human nature, we are very lazy. So
yes, sir.
we will think that, okay, I have time and I'll prepare aram se, and that happens. Now, when you went for the May 2022 exam, what happened? I mean, how did you prepare now? Okay. Did you felt that laziness effect again? And if yes, then how did you manage it?
Sir, what happened was, after the second April, I got transferred to a rural branch. That was another setback to me, because from city to that branch, it was almost 25 kilometers one side. So almost like 1 hour traveling from one side, and again coming 1 hour. So that was a setback for me. And in rural branch, it is very difficult, sir. Like the whole day will be fully crowded, and that and everything. So I was like, I'm in a soup right now. So what I used to do is, I had your YouTube videos. So while driving, instead of listening some music and all, I used to put on your this thing, your YouTube chapters videos, crash course, and I used to listen that. In chapters which I like theory based, it was very easy for to grasp that. Yeah, like I used to avoid those chapters which have sums and all. Only those chapters which have like almost 15-20 chapters have theory driven. So I used to hear those videos while I'm driving. So that helped.
Okay. Interesting. And then primarily, how much time you were giving on a daily basis to read, apart from your driving time? Primarily, when you were back home, how much time you were giving to prepare?
After that, I used to hardly give, sir, like 1.5 hours. That's max I could give, because of the stress, and like I used to be tired after working in like the rural branch.
Okay. And you were going through the Excel sheet that I had given, or how was it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In the first preparation, I had followed that Excel sheet.
Okay. And primarily, this time you were able to go through all the content properly, solve the question bank properly again in the May
Question bank.
2022.
I for this May 22, what happened was I had prepared for your question bank, so I was happy with that. But after, like, I tried to prepare for this binding turtle question bank, and
Okay.
I found that it was very difficult, and it was like 1 or 2 levels higher. That again shook my confidence, like confidence level, that this is something like I have not even prepared for. So I had very less time, so I shifted to this Schwezer question bank, and it was like quite easy enough. So I was like, I have no other option left now. So I was just sticking to the concept level, sir. As many times I could go through the book, as many times I could go through your videos. I made sure I have no, I do not miss any of those. So
Okay.
grasping that is very helpful for me, sir. Understanding the concepts instead of like because of my laziness, I would say I lost a lot of time. I had no time left for preparation in the second FL. But your videos were like were very helpful for me to understanding the concept. That is what like helped me to clear this
Okay.
exam.
Thank you. Thank you. And primarily, so you solved mock papers also when you went for the May 2022?
No, sir.
No. Okay.
No.
So you directly went for the exam.
Yes, sir.
Now you didn't solve mock because you didn't get time.
Yes, sir.
You were still preparing before the exam.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. And when you went for the exam, what happened on that day?
Sir, like nothing like different as such. Like other students were also sitting there, and like no one was preparing as such. So even I sat, I waited for my exam to start. I was calm because I knew like what I have. Like there's nothing now to take stress much about. What I have
Mm-hmm.
prepared, I should at least keep that in mind. And after giving the examination, what I felt was this is not that like rocket science, or I shouldn't have feared so much about it. Like my first preparation was very good, sir. uh, like that is enough. Your question bank and your videos are enough for that, sir. Instead of going for that bionic turtle and taking unnecessary stress, and again getting like what is my preparation level, it was not necessary. So if your concepts are clear, no sir, FRM we can clear, sir. FRM level.
Okay. Now what happened in the exam? I'll come to that point. So
Exam, I'll
in that in that four
Sir?
hours, in that 4 hours of the exam, actual exam, you were able to complete everything in that 4 hour,
Yes,
100
sir.
question properly.
Yes, sir.
Okay. How many theory? How many calculation?
Sir, I can say like 65, 35 theory, 35.
Okay. 35 calculation, you were able to do it properly.
No, sir. Almost 25, 20, 25.
Okay. And what about the 65 part, the theory?
65, I would say 45, sir. Theory part.
Okay. And when you came out of the exam, okay, like you said, you could have prepared better. You could have given the
Yes, sir.
exam if opportunity was there because you were very much prepared. Now,
Yes, sir.
like, was there any number in your mind when you came out that, okay, out of 100, I'll get this much right? When you came out of the center?
I had a figure of around 60, 62, sir. Because in the previous like videos of yours, I had heard that they were providing one score, and no such score was provided for me. So
Yes.
that little bit shook me. Like maybe I have not cleared. That's why they didn't give me a score or something like that. So so no one got a score. So I was like,
No,
okay,
they stopped it in November itself. They stopped it.
okay, okay.
But
So that was.
yes, so
So, but I
you
was
got,
about the
sorry.
question.
Hmm.
The question will be very big. Okay, like you have to read a lot, and the actual question will be very basic. Like concept part, it will be there. Like it will have something else, and the like it will be unnecessary. I feel to
Hmm.
like they will give a case study, and it will be like basic, like in this case, what is the concept of options, or what is the concept of hedging? It will be like that.
Okay, so they'll give you a big case study, big details. A lot of them will be unnecessary. The basic thing will be very simple.
Yes, sir. Like if your concept about hedging or options or anything, that concept, if it is clear, then you can easily answer that.
Okay, got it. Perfect. I mean, and what are the quartiles that you got now?
Sir, I got third quartile in first book, second book, and fourth book, and in third book I got first quartile.
Now, if you would have given the exam previously, I think so this could have gone to 2-2 or something.
Yes,
at least
sir,
the
definitely.
3 would have been increased. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when the results came in, everybody around you, what was the reaction? Your family, your friend, and your office people?
Like everyone were happy, sir. In my family, like everyone, like okay, like this time for the FRM2, you don't take any deferrals. Like prepare very well, and that even I believe, like I will never take any deferrals in my life for anything. What your preparation is, and that should be like you should be confident on what you have done. Never take a deferral.
Wow. Okay. Wonderful. And now 3 tips for the FRM students how to clear the exam. 3 tips from your side.
FRM level 1, sir. There are 4 books. It's very vast. Okay. So one thing is, after going through your videos now, sir, like we have to make 3 books, sir. One is whatever rough work or whatever we are writing down. Second is we should jot down points, sir, from like which will help us to go through it easily at the end. And third is you prepare chapter wise formulas that day itself. And once it is, what I used to do in the previous first preparation, I used to go through 4 or 5 chapters, and then I used to come to question bank. So at that point of time, what happens is, like when you are coming for question bank, you will be not that good with the concepts from chapter first. So again, you will have to go to chapter, again watch the videos, again go through the concepts. So instead of doing that, like that is where I went wrong. Chapter, question bank that day itself, if we do it and write down points of that on that day itself, it will be very helpful.
Wow. Okay. Perfect. And now,
sir, am I about the question of FRM, shall I speak something about that, like how to like elimination process about that?
Yeah.
Sir, out of the 4 questions, what I for 4 options, what I realize is 2 options are like you can easily say that, like you can easily eliminate those. Out of the 2 options, like the 2 options will be very close. Like I'll just in a short I will say, like 5 plus 5 is also 10, 6 plus 4 is also 10. Okay, both answers will be fact. Like options related to options or anything, any theory, the fact will be correct for both the options. Like
both the options, yes.
But you have to make sure which option goes with your question. Like if you read C, you say, oh, 5 plus 5 is 10. This is correct. No, it could be 6 plus 4 is also 10, right, sir? We have to think like that, which goes with our question.
Okay.
Both will be factually correct. It will, if we do not read the next option which is available, you may click on the third. यही correct है करके आगे निकल जाएंगे. लेकिन ऐसा नहीं है, sir.
Okay. Wow, this is interesting.
Like 2 is elimination, you can easily eliminate. But third and fourth is factually correct. It will be factually correct. Your concepts are clear, everything, but that factual, which option it should go with that question.
Wow.
I don't know if I have made myself properly explained or
not. No, I got the point.
But...
So primarily what you're saying is, suppose the question talks about call option. Okay. You will have options, 4 options. 2 options are easy to eliminate. 1 option is correct detail about call. 1 option is a correct detail about put. The option is correct.
No, not both options. Like factually, it will be correct. It might be about call only.
Call only, but something slightly different, which has not been asked in the question itself.
It's not related to the question.
Okay, got it. Now, okay, so now I think so audience will also be clear that you have to read all the option properly.
No, as I told you, sir, because they will give a big case, okay,
Hmm.
and the question will be very big, like conceptual related. So
Hmm.
at that, we have to analyze the question, like why they have asked such a thing. It is not
Okay.
like, okay, this is the correct fact and I will take it because it is factually right, but it might not relate related to that question.
Okay, got it, got it. Perfect, perfect. I mean, this last conversation with respect to the option elimination is definitely going to be very helpful for the audience, basically now
Yes,
to
sir. This
understand.
to make it a point, and I wanted to tell you this.
Yeah, definitely, because this is when they watch this video, I think so. This will help them to understand what somebody was already seen the paper, somebody has already given the exam, and he faced that challenge that okay, both the options are correct. So you should not underestimate the option. You should read all the options primarily and
Yes, sir.
then decide.
And
Not just
this like solving some 40 questions or something. After that, I realized, oh, is this the way? Because this is what is happening, and I think maybe in the previous, like the last 40 questions, I might have answered in the wrong way, like considering it as a correct option,
right.
because you
Wow.
don't
Okay.
have time to go back again and recheck all those things. Because so I didn't wanted to take that unnecessary stress, so I just kept on moving on. And in the next all the questions, I made sure I read everything, and like which one goes with the question, I made sure I answered that.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. I mean, Prashant, thank you very much for all these information, Gyan, and this is going to be very helpful for the students in terms of their preparation, their way of looking at a particular question, a particular way of doing preparation. This is going to be very helpful and also motivated because see, you faced problem in two instances, okay, which was something out of your control, but still you kept on with the exam. You cleared the exam and you
Yes,
proved
yes,
two, three things you proved. First of all, even if you come from, say, a background which is, say, not metro, where you don't have support system, you still can clear the
yes,
exam. You
yes, sir,
face problem with
definitely.
respect to movement to a different city. Okay, you have to go to Bangalore to give the exam. You were working
Yes,
which was slightly far. You were working in public sector bank, and still you were able to clear.
yes, sir,
So,
yes, sir.
frankly speaking, these all information will be beneficial for them. And one major point is that do not defer. Give the exam because in this exam you cannot be 110% sure that you are fully prepared. Whatever is your
Yes,
preparation, go for the exam. Definitely.
definitely.
So thank you very much, Prashant. Thank you for your time. This conversation is going to be really helpful for the students. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.